Nice outfit, by the way.
Yeah, I watched Yellowstone earlier.
You watched Yellowstone?
Yeah, went and bought this.
What are your initial thoughts on Sayid Nurmagomedov a couple days out of the fight now?
Tough kid. I mean, I don't see anyone in the top 25 at bantamweight who's not legit. I think Sayid's going to be good everywhere. Is he the toughest guy I fought? I don't think so, but he definitely he brings a lot of challenges to the cage. But I've been training with guys like him, most of my fighting career, so I feel like I'm pretty equipped to defend against what he brings to the table.
You said you expect him to be good everywhere, but is there a certain aspect of his game that kind of stands out in your mind after watching tape, if you do watch tape on him?
I don't think. I know he's Dagestani, but I think he's more of a kickboxer than a wrestler. I think if I wanted to, I could go in there and shoot 40 times and take him down, 10 times in this fight. That's not something that I care to do. I really don't want to be known as a wrestler, even though that's kind of something that I think is kind of stuck with me. If you wrestle, that everyone's just like, he's a fucking boring wrestler. I don't want to be known as that, but if there's one aspect of the game, I feel like there's a vast difference between Sayid and I. It's in the wrestling department.
He says that he wants to beat you and then move on to fight Sean O'Malley or Marlon Vera. Do you think that's wise of him to start looking that far ahead before facing you?
I mean, that's a pretty big claim. Everybody says that, right? I'm going to sit here and tell you I'm going to whoops Sayid for 15 minutes. I think that's smart of him to say that. That's the game. I think those are good fights for him. But like I said, I think he's got something coming Saturday. I don't think this is going to go the way he thinks it is.
And when we've spoken with fighters who have been facing Dagestani wrestlers or fighters in general, they say their DMs just blow up with people from Dagestan. So has that been the case with you? A lot of negative DMs coming your way from the Dagestani?
No, not that bad. I mean, of course you get a few, but the worst were the Georgians when I fought Merab. It was like a parade every day. Merab will kill you. Like just broken ass English, nothing was spelled right. Just the meanest shit. I mean, they were nasty. But no, the Russians have been cool. And Dagestani wrestlers, I think the best wrestling in the world is in the USA. And if I have to, I'll prove that.
What's the difference between the Dagestani wrestlers and the American wrestlers?
Upper body, lower body wrestlers. Americans are better at attacking the legs. The Dagestanis are more upper body guys. And, someone tall like Sayid, that doesn't really fit well with the style of wrestling that they're into.
Hey, Cody. I actually want to ask about your merch that I noticed you were pushing on Instagram. I really like the artwork. Can you just talk a little bit about what inspired it? Obviously, you're an outdoors guy.
Yeah, that's actually a picture. It's two pictures. One that I took in northern Las Vegas, and then another one I took when I was duck hunting with my dog. And they merged the pictures together. It turned out really, really cool. Venture Grooming made that for me. That was a pretty probably cool shirt I've seen made.
Were you ever able to get that Christmas photo with all the pets?
No, it didn't work out. That Christmas photo was the best we got. We were trying to get like the dogs with like the bows on them, but the new dog we have is a rescue dog. So like trying to get him to do anything is a nightmare. So no, it never worked out.
Thank you.
Cody, right over here. Other side.
Oh, got you.
Obviously you're coming off 2 losses, but one of those was at featherweight. And actually I was just checking and was surprised to see that you're listed as the underdog for this fight. How do you feel about that, considering that you're a guy who's been in the UFC for years, you were in the top 15, and all of a sudden you're fighting a guy and you're listed as an underdog?
I've been an underdog my entire career. I mean, this is like, it's not even, like, I didn't even check it to know that whether I was an underdog or not. I just knew I would be. There's only, I think, 2 fights in my UFC career I haven't been an underdog. So, I mean, like, the whole underdog thing is a pretty familiar feeling for me. It's nothing crazy. The 2 losses, I mean, everybody brings that up. But, I fought Jimmy Rivera on 4 days' notice after I suffered something significant in my life. I had no business being in there. I I look back and I'm like, dude, I don't know what I was thinking, why I would take that fight. And then, you know, Merab's tough. I mean, and when I watched the fight, I feel like it really could have went either way. I felt like I could have won 2 rounds depending on what your judging criteria is. I don't even know what the hell judges want anymore. So that's a fight that I feel like I win 9 times out of 10. So I'm really not sweating it. I mean, there were things that I definitely needed to change and adjust, but the reality is, like, I know that I can compete with the guys in the top 5, the best guys in the world, and that's just what I know because I've been in there with them.
And how important is it to you to get back to fighting ranked fighters, or are you just happy to go out there and show your skills?
I mean, I don't see the point in doing this if your goal isn't to be the best in the world. In order to be the best in the world, you got to fight the best guys. I've fought nothing but hardened veterans in the UFC. I haven't had a cake route. I haven't had the Sean O'Malley walkout parade. I fought the best, and every single time one of those names come across, it's absolutely terrifying, but I'm going to do it because I have something to prove. You know, it doesn't make sense to me to fight somebody that doesn't propel me to the top.
And so what was it about Sayid that made you want to take the fight?
Just name value. Name value. I mean, whether he's related to Khabib or not, I mean, that's a huge name. And he's super touted prospect. I fought guys like him in the past. Like, I think back to, like, Tom Duquesnoy. That's why I was, like, 3-1 underdog in that fight. You know, another guy that was, you know, supposed to be something really, really special. And then I fight him, and all of a sudden he becomes irrelevant. I mean, my question would be, like, why would Sayid take this fight?
Cody, right here. One more. My colleague Mike Heck has asked me to ask you if you've decided on what you're going to eat Friday.
Friday. I'm going to a steakhouse, and I'm going to eat absolutely fucking everything.